This is Another Man's Nostalgia with John.
Blonde and tan. You don't need anything else.
That's John's motto.
That was nice.
Blonde and tan, don't need anything else.
Chris.
Hell yeah, we are.
Yeah.
All right, language.
Or Mr. Phil will yell at you.
What?
And Justin.
If you're one of those people who signed a petition to change it, get a life.
It was like so.
Say it sucks and move on. You're gonna survive.
Yeah.
Oh, I spent all my years. Then, if you spent all your years invested in it, that's sad. Get a life.
All right,
It's a
Yelvin.
TV show.
The episode starts now.
How's it going, guys? Welcome to Another Man's Nostalgia, where we revisit everyone's favorite shows, movies, and games from the mid-90s to the mid-2000s. How was your week this week?
Good.
Good?
Busy. Yeah, my parents are moving, so I had to clean out the attic. I found a lot of old school stuff. John, I sent you a picture of our 8th grade birthday party.
Oh, yes! Okay, so me and Chris, we have the same birthday.
Yeah.
And, it was funny because it was like, you can RSVP on this phone number or this phone number. And it was both our house phone
It was
numbers.
very Microsoft Word-ish.
It was very Microsoft
Yes.
worded. We can put a picture up if you want, but sorry you weren't invited, Justin. We
That
weren't
was
friends
just,
yet.
that was weird.
How old were you turning?
We were turning 13. It was 8th grade.
Yeah, you didn't like me then.
We had mini golf, arcade, batting, go-karts. It was a great day.
That's when you thought I was annoying, so it's okay.
You were annoying. Hey, not like you.
I learned a really big secret that day that I don't remember what it was.
Oh.
So, this week, we watched Parent Trap, but before we get to that, we had some nostalgia news.
Mm-hmm.
And I posted this on Instagram, but Ash Ketchum finally won a Pokemon League championship after 22 years.
Can you explain this to me? Like, what exactly happens? He actually, like, they show him winning. How does this work?
So, okay, every single time that he goes into one of these Pokemon Leagues,
Yeah.
sometimes he doesn't finish. And sometimes
Okay.
he gets to, like, the championship, and then something happens, and, like, they just, like, scratch the whole entire championship. Like, they don't have it.
Okay.
Or they don't finish it.
Okay.
Well, no,
So-
there is championships, so that he does go to a ending championship every year. He just hasn't won. So
He loses every time?
essentially, so the first tournament he
loser.
entered, there's no Elite Four. There's no like four
Right.
people waiting like in the games. In the anime, it's a literal tournament. Actually, the new
Okay.
games are going to do that. There's no Elite Four anymore. They're going to do a tournament,
That's
which
cool.
I kind of like. But anyways, so I think the last one he was like 4th because I saw like a picture, and then there was one where he was 2nd, but he lost to a guy who had like 3 legendaries. So it was like
Wow.
they're trying to
Okay,
screw
hey.
him over.
What I don't know if I would. Okay, so let's say Ash Ketchum, he gets 4th. Would you watch the shows that went beyond that and just watch the finals and he wasn't in it?
I ain't watching to begin with, so
Sounds lame.
Yeah,
Two
it
people
does.
you don't know. Sounds like a Yu-Gi-Oh episode. Am I right?
pretty much. Why are we watching this duel without Yugi?
Yeah, it's like Yugi is lost in like the quarterfinals, and then
Yeah.
you just watch the rest of the tournament with him just commentating on the side.
Which is basically what they do in
That's
this
a
show
really
anyways.
good card. I can't believe you
Yeah.
didn't play that against me.
But you forget, this triple magician can outschool your jamboree.
That is such a rare card. He has 3 of them.
Anyway, so, yeah, so he finally won. He finally won a championship. Good for
Congratulations.
Ash. I'm so happy for him. Okay,
Congratulations.
so the new animation looks really derpy. Like, do you guys know what?
Yeah,
derpy
I've seen.
is?
I saw the picture.
It looks
It
super weird.
Yeah, it sounded like they like cut some
they
corners.
they were getting too realistic, so they had to make it more cartoony.
That's annoying. Make it
It's
realistic.
too realistic. What do you mean?
It's kind of that's the joke. Like it was
Yeah.
already a cartoon, they made it
Yes.
more cartoony.
It looks stupid.
Yeah, it looks really stupid.
I thought that was pretty
So-
good. I thought that
I
was a
think-
good joke, and y'all just laid out on me.
I
I'm not
didn't-
very
I didn't-
happy about that. That was a good one.
right over me. All right, so Jurassic World just released a short film when we were recording this, and I liked it, honestly. I like that it's showing the comparison when it comes to just a normal life, and showing that there's dinosaurs now that are kind of roaming around. And I've kind of thought about this in my head, not recently, but like when Jurassic Park came out when I was little, I'd be like, what would happen, and like how would society react if dinosaurs just appeared one time outside? Like, would we go outside? Like, would we spend less time outside? Would we spend more time inside? How would the buildings be built? Like, how would that be different? So
You must have been bored.
I haven't.
I guess. But
I haven't seen it, but it's actually by Universal, right? Like, it was made by the.
Yes, it was made by the actual studio. So it's about this.
I did not like Fallen Kingdom, so I'm a little burned out.
I mean,
so.
I didn't really like it either, but I kind of like that they're doing this little aspect of it now. That it's kind of in the real world.
Yeah.
Another nostalgia news: Seinfeld is going to be on Netflix in 2021.
That's a good, smart move by them because they're losing a lot.
They are losing a lot when it comes to Disney Plus and
whatever
NBC's
NBC
one.
does.
yeah, Apple Plus. Like, they're probably gonna lose some subscribers to that too. I don't even think anyone's going to Apple Plus.
Well, it's so cheap. I don't know if y'all
Apple
heard,
Plus
but,
is just original shows. It won't be streaming like.
Yeah,
But I don't know if y'all heard, but if you purchase a new phone or any Apple product, you
heard
get a
that.
year. Yeah, you get
Yeah.
a year for free of Apple TV. So that's kind of cool.
I didn't know that the CEO of Disney was on the board of Apple, and he left at the board of Apple when Apple announced that Apple Plus was going to be a thing.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
think this was already done though. I think it's just. I think what I read, it was just the timing was coincidental. Like it was going to happen no matter what.
The connection between Disney and Apple goes back to Steve Jobs, and I think they've always kind of kept a tight relationship.
They're
but-
not.
and
They're
maybe
not in
it's going-
competition with each other. This is two completely different things because Apple is original. They won't put anything else new on the Apple TV Plus. That's why it's so cheap, because it's just their work. Where Disney Plus is, I mean, it's their work, but it's all of
They
their
own
work.
everything. Yeah.
It's two very different things, hitting at two very different markets.
I don't know how good it's going to be, honestly. I don't know.
I mean,
if it's gonna
I'll
be a
watch it
show.
for free if I get it with the phone. But the only show that looks good is that morning show with Jennifer Aniston and Steve Carell and Reese Witherspoon. Everything else
No,
is
I like
stupid to me.
the what is it called?
C with
C.
Jason Momoa. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's not
we-
bad. Yeah,
I think
I
that's
don't
a
know.
cool concept where
Yeah.
society can't see.
yeah,
So Scooby-Doo a couple weeks ago just turned 50.
it's crazy.
Like, it came out 50 years ago. Like, that is insane. I just
So
I've watched, not lately, probably like a year ago. I watched a couple like old episodes of Scooby-Doo and I laughed at them. I thought they were hilarious. So they bowled well, in my opinion, when it comes to like time.
What did we think about the
So-
movie, the live action movie?
No, I'm not thinking of that. I'm thinking of the cartoon.
So if Scooby Doo was a real dog, we'd be on Scooby Doo 4 now, right? I mean, dogs don't last that long, right?
Wow. Way to bring the house down there.
Just saying.
Yeah. Okay, so we did Parent Trap, and the one from the 1961, I believe,
Yeah.
and the one that was 1998.
98. Yeah.
And so we're doing the comparisons of those two.
Mm-hmm.
The comparisons that we're going to be doing this over this is going to be, we're going to be comparing the twins of both movies, the parents of both movies, the other woman or the stepmom, the rest of the cast, the humor of the two movies, the storyline, and the score. So.
If the love's on skids, treat your folks like kids, or your family tree's gonna snap.
So to make 'em dig, first you gotta rig.
What do you gotta rig?
The Parent Trap.
Do you have anything else to say? Anything else that you want to bring up about this movie?
These movies are ridiculously similar.
Yes, they were
It's almost like they're
super
twins.
similar.
Ah. down to the plot points, a lot of this stuff is the same. So if you've seen one, you've probably seen most of the other. But there are some differences. That's what we'll probably discuss the most. But man, I was surprised with how similar they were to each other.
So did you guys watch Parent Trap when you were little?
Yes, and I thought they were actual twins. That's how good the effect was.
Oh, okay.
Effect is pretty good. I think I had seen it once or twice. Not that much, but I definitely had seen it before. I'd never seen the old one, I don't think. If I had, it was off and on and not very much of it. Because there's things I did not remember at all.
Now, I loved the new one. I loved it. I was super excited when I was watching the new one. Okay. I was like, I cannot wait till I watch this, because I watched the old one and I was like, oh, this is so similar. I can't wait until I get to the new one and I get to see the comparisons of it. But no, it was my favorite movie probably for about a year and a half.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. And you had a crush on Lindsay Lohan, right, when you were little?
I had a huge crush on Lindsay Lohan when I was like, we were almost the same age, and I was like,
That's
oh
true.
my god, yeah.
It's true.
Yes,
Okay.
I was 8 when this came out, and she was 11. I was just like, oh my god, like.
Have y'all seen the meme?
We're perfect for each other.
Have y'all seen the meme that says, I like to think that Lindsay Lohan is actually a twin, and her other twin is being successful somewhere, because Lindsay Lohan's such a train wreck.
I mean, I used to think she had a twin.
She fell down. Yeah. She fell down after this movie. This was actually
she stumbled.
her debut.
So. It was. It said introducing Lindsay Lohan on the movie.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah. So I have some fun facts about the newish movie if we want to compare them. I have some fun facts about the old movie too, so we can get into some of that stuff too. When we're just kind of going through both of them.
Okay.
So Justin.
Round one.
Fun. I was gonna say fun facts team.
Oh,
okay.
Do both. Do a fun facts theme, then the round one.
Fun facts theme with no recognizable music. Here we go.
Is there a recognizable song in there? Okay.
They're both movies got twins. This is a twin fun facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's stupid. That was stupid.
All right. So yeah, this is Lindsay Lohan's first movie. When it came to, she was in auditions when it came to TV shows. I think she was like a extra when it came to a TV show, but this is kind of her first break. She was 11 when she actually filmed this. It took 6 hours each scene that it was both of them in it to film, because she had to keep going back and forth. There was also like someone that was like a stunt, not stunt double, but just like a double of her that was kind of like in place of her, that was the same size. She was actually, the person that was substituting for her was 6 years older than her, but she was the same size.
I saw that.
And like, yeah, it was weird.
She was a tiny person then.
Very tiny person.
Yeah.
The way Lindsay Lohan actually filmed when it came to some of the scenes, that she would have like a earplug in her ear, and she would kind of be talking to herself, like that she filmed earlier, and so the dialogue would be going a lot smoother, so she would know when to talk.
That's cool.
The old one, like the girl that was in it, she was actually like a really famous childhood actor or actress, and she actually won an Oscar for not this role, but like roles that she's had like after this role, and back then she was considered like super popular when it came to like a childhood actor or actress. I've never really heard of her before.
No. I know that she did Parent Trap 2 like 20 years later, and she played like they're like tricking a spouse or something, and then Parent Trap 3, and then it's like Parent Trap like Hawaiian big honeymoon or something like that.
They kind of milked the Parent Trap
they did.
franchise just a little bit.
Yeah.
But the remake, we'll talk about the comparisons, but I really liked the remake.
Cool.
Okay, so
right.
The twins.
Round one, Justin.
Round one, Justin.
Round one.
Okay. The twins.
The twins.
Who
Okay, so the twins were played by the same person in both movies. Like, they weren't actually twins. They just kept going back and forth when it came to, and I think Parent Trap was the first movie to actually do the double.
The technology like that?
Yeah.
Yes, they invented Walt Disney and Co. invented the technology.
Cool.
Yeah.
So it was groundbreaking what they did there.
That's
with
awesome.
with the same person. So,
Yes.
how'd you feel about the original when it came to, I guess, the very beginning, like how they got introduced with each other?
It was weird. it was weird that they didn't. Okay, so the second one, I feel like they did a good job at, like, they both were kind of in denial about it. In the first one, they act like they just don't really think they look that much alike. Like, a little bit. They don't think they're twins. Like, I feel like in the second one, they do a better job of being like, oh, they're in denial. Like, they know they are, but they think it's something weird, but they're not going to act like it. You know what I mean? The first one was weird. They just kind of look at each other and they just, I don't know.
The first one felt super fast when it came to introducing, like, everyone at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
I know it's a 60s movie, and it's a very early 60s movie, but still, like, I don't feel like they introduced the twins or, like, where they were, like, the set. I don't think they introduced anything really well.
There's a much better setup to this. I like the interaction between the twins in the second one. I thought it was a little bit more real. Mm-hmm. Like you said, I think the Parent Trap first one was a little rushed.
Yeah.
And I think the
fencing scene was really cool too.
Yeah, so when they take off the helmet things
and
they figure it out, I think that was really interesting.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing where they were like switching with each other.
Yeah.
You know, like she had to wear like, was she British in the other one too?
She was.
She
that's why.
She was from Boston.
Well, I
In
mean,
the original,
the other girl.
she was from
the other
Boston.
twin was British too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I feel like they played that up more in the second one.
Right.
So I like that. I like the second remake. I like Lindsay Lohan here. I think she did a much better job.
So you felt like she was a better actress when it came to?
I think everything about the twins in the second one was better.
I think the writing for the twins in the second one was better. I don't think she was a better actress. I thought the 60s girl was better at acting. I felt like all of the actors for the kids, like at the camp in the second one, they all felt like a Disney Channel original movie acting. Like they all were overly acting the entire time. It was better once the adults came in, but I felt like the 60s one, acting-wise, was better. Character-wise, the second one was better.
Ooh,
The very beginning, it was very corny introducing some of the twins. I know it gave that Disney's Channel vibe at the very beginning. I thought the pranks were a lot better in the second one.
I agree.
When it came to just kind of like going back and forth, the personalities of the twins, it was kind of brought out a little bit better in the second one, and I just thought the personalities.
Yeah.
When it came to just the personalities and the characteristics of the second one was a lot better in my opinion, and they felt a little bit more emotional.
Yeah.
It felt in the first one they felt really dry. I don't feel like that was the actress's fault. I just felt like it was the writing. Like it was just
it's just the way those movies were written.
Right. Right. Okay.
So you want to vote?
Yeah, let's vote.
All right, I'm going 98.
98. Yeah.
I guess I'll go 98. It's close though. It's closer than I thought it was going to be. So.
All right, so
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I like the acting a lot better.
What did you? What about the first one did you like? Other than the acting.
I don't know. I mean, I think when you just look at talent of the girls, they were just better. They had a song, they sang in it. Like I feel like they were just. I don't know. I gotta
say something. How did you feel about the song that was at the very beginning? Oh, we'll talk about
the Parent Trap song. Yeah,
the Parent Trap song.
given also those girls were like 5 years older than Lindsay Lohan was, so props to, or that girl was. So but that's one thing. So I'll give it to Lindsay Lohan. I mean, it was more relatable now. So
she to audition for this part, she actually skipped school, and she called in sick to the school and went to this audition.
The beginning of her downfall.
Yes.
Seriously.
She started taking drugs right after this movie. But
allegedly,
the writer and the producer of this of the movie actually like called her up and said, "Hey, you got this part," and she was like super excited. She was crying and everything.
Yeah.
Apparently, when it came to the movie too, like she was super polite on set. Like she was saying yes, ma'am, no, ma'am to everyone. Yes or no, sir? Like, just
They always do.
She started going down to like her early 20s.
Yeah,
Like,
it
her
was.
acting like she went down right then. Her
she,
downfall
was in the middle, she was in the middle of her spiral.
I think she was like 22, 23 before she started really going down.
Yeah, she had Freaky Friday and stuff after this, and those were also fine.
She had Freaky
What
Friday.
was that
It was
Dune
Mean
Buggy
Girls.
Herbie.
Fully Loaded.
Herbie Fully Loaded, yeah.
Yeah.
Have y'all seen her list? Her celebrity list of guys that she
movies?
slept,
No.
guys
she
she
did
slept
good in
with.
Mean Girls. She did really good in Mean Girls.
No, of celebrity guys she slept with. You should look it up. It's eye opening.
I don't know if I want to look at that.
I feel like
But-
I'll get flagged if I.
There's some weird stuff in there. I'll tell you.
Homebrew Tree Service has been providing the DFW area with world-class tree care for many years. When it comes to tree service in the DFW area, you can trust them to provide quality work with low prices and friendly, fair customer service. Whether you have a tree that needs pruning or complete removal and haul-off service, you can count on them for a wide range of expert care. Go to hbtreeservices.com and sign up for a free estimate.
All right.
So okay, so now we're going to the parents, and the parents.
Da ba ba da ba ba round two.
This was a lot different. The parents in my opinion, the parents in both movies were a lot different when it came to personalities, characteristics.
It was
the way-
super different.
I said in my opinion they were different.
I think
okay?
they were super different.
I would agree.
I feel like you're being sarcastic.
I'm not being sarcastic. I thought it was really
Okay.
different.
I agree, and I think that this one's not even a contest, to be honest with you. I think it's
So,
one.
I thought
Good.
the moms were kind of similar.
Uh-huh.
The mom in the first one actually felt like she was jealous of the other girl though,
She was psycho.
and you thought the mom was psycho in the first one.
Yeah, she was like at the end. I don't know. I did not like her. She was
She
making
did
me
punch.
really easy.
She did punch him
She punched
in
him.
the face.
She,
in
like,
the original.
I feel like her
The
emotions
dad.
changed like all the time. Yeah, I did not like her in the first one.
She was very pretty. Both women were very pretty.
Yeah.
believe
The
the remake
dad
dad was
in
much
the
prettier.
original one was mean.
Yeah, he was.
He was
Yeah,
fucking
ugly.
mean. Like I was super surprised.
It's
I
kind
didn't know-
of too.
Like,
I liked
that
him
was
more
trying
than
to
his
act
mom, though.
like realistic
Uh huh.
when it came. I don't know.
I liked him more than the I liked him more than the mom, but definitely not as good as Dennis Quaid. And then the wife,
yeah.
what was her name? Natalie Richardson. Is that correct?
I think so.
Do y'all know who that is? She was married to Liam Neeson, and she died in a skiing accident.
Oh, jeez.
I didn't know she
Really-
died.
Yeah, she died in a skiing accident. It's really sad.
That is sad.
Yeah. Sorry, bring it down a little bit.
Oh no, you're fine.
now you got to vote for her because she's dead. Actually, they're probably all dead.
Because she's dead. Wow.
Okay.
But when it came to like their interactions, when it came to the parents in the original, it felt weird. Like
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just they didn't have a lot of chemistry on set,
Uh huh.
but the interactions felt I don't know what it was, but
It was almost
the
like they were
parents-
super out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk about when it came to out of the comfort zone in a little bit. I felt like the other woman in the original was
Oh.
super out of her comfort zone
We might disagree
when
on
it
that
came
one,
to
but-
being mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, Dennis Quaid, I loved him as an actor. He seemed very genuine when it came to like a good dad.
Yeah.
The
he did.
mom seemed really genuine when it came to a good mom, and they just kind of made this decision just to try to make their lives and the kids' lives a lot easier.
Yeah.
But
Let's just talk about
how
this
would you
plot
make
is
that
stupid.
decision though?
Well, that's really
That's a crazy decision to have twins and split them up and say, "Hey, I'm gonna pick you and I'm gonna pick you."
It's honestly really messed up.
No, it really is. No,
Yeah.
it really is.
If somebody's actually doing this, that's really messed up.
I mean, the whole idea of the
it's
movie
very
is kind of
messed
messed
up.
up.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Yeah.
The whole
whole
idea of
movie.
the movie is a little messed up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is. You're right. I could you do it though? I don't feel like I could do it. I'm gonna be
No.
like, okay, I'm gonna pick you, and you're gonna be with me the rest of your life,
Yeah, no way.
and I'm gonna ignore the other child.
Yeah, exactly. No way. No way.
Say when it comes to also the parents, they did get married young. Like I
Yeah.
understood that. Like I paused it and looked at the wedding certificate. It said 24 and 23, so they got married pretty young, and they had them.
Yeah.
It's pretty
So-
normal.
They should have known better still.
They met on a cruise line, you know.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, anyway. So
all right.
I guess we'll vote. I don't
Yeah.
really think it's a contest.
No, 98 for sure.
98.
98.
Yeah.
I was reading before we get into it. I was kind of looking up just comparison when it comes to the two. If anyone wants to Google this, you should, because I found this article that is arguing that the 61 version is so much better than the original, and the arguments there were so funny. Like,
Really?
It was, yes.
That's funny.
But yeah, if you just want to laugh, I would go look that up. If you've watched
Okay.
both of them.
All right.
So, the other woman. The other
Yeah.
woman is the one that the dad is with
Uh-huh.
after the twins get back from camp. So the
Yep.
twins go off to camp for 2 months and come back, and the dad is getting married to a younger woman. And in the original one, I don't know why they did this, but they mentioned his age a lot. Like, they mentioned the age gap a lot.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's weird. I looked it up because I thought she looked like she was like almost the same age, but she was like 24, whatever she was supposed to be. Like she was young,
Yeah.
but like she looks old to me in the old one. So maybe that's why they mentioned it, because they're like, no one's gonna believe that she's actually this young. I don't know, but yeah, it was weird they mentioned the age so much. I'm gonna say something. I liked the first one better. I know
Yeah,
it's-
did you?
Yeah, and the reason is that I thought the second one was so cartoony, evil, that it was almost distracting. Like her making out with the dad in front of the kids, like all that stuff was a little bit over the top. I didn't really appreciate it.
I felt like it was very it wasn't cartoonish, but the music made it cartoonish.
Maybe that was part of it
Okay,
too.
so every single time that she came on camera, the music that you would hear on Animaniacs, that a good girl would come on, like a good looking girl would come on.
Hello,
yeah.
nurse.
The music, the music would play in this movie.
That's true. It was like that. It was
I
like
would-
walking
I would-
saxophone, the near near near.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Hal, this is Meredith Blake.
Hi. Hi.
Like the saxophone, like solo.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that was played in this every single time that she came onto the scene, except for maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Maybe that's
Yes.
part of it. Maybe that's why he seemed more cartoonish.
You
to
want
me.
to hear Elaine Richardson's filmography?
Let's do it.
sure.
All right, so here's just some great ones. She was in The Munsters' Scary Little Christmas.
Okay.
All right, then The Parent Trap.
Oh.
All right, yeah.
Moving up.
She was in Unbreakable,
Okay.
Unbreakable.
The Hebrew
Hive.
Hammer,
Oh.
These
Our
sound like
Very
pornos.
First Sex Tape.
Oh, there we go.
sound like-
Now we're there.
Then she was in. Y'all remember in the Inspector Gadget movie?
Yeah.
Do you remember they made a sequel to that with French Stewart?
Oh. Oh.
Yeah, she was
Fred
the
Stewart.
female Gadget in that movie.
Okay.
Let's see here. What
So
the
she has
Bleep?
some.
What was
Charlie's
it?
Bitch Ass Hoss.
Okay.
Friends and Lovers. The
Okay.
Ski Trip 2.
So next week we're up to Charlie's bitch
So
ass
this,
sauce.
it sounds like she went downhill after
Really?
Parent Trap.
Beverly
Yeah.
Hills
It
Chihuahua
was
2.
like
Nice.
like. Woo, ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
and
Ooh.
Les
Went
Bomb.
down.
Les Bomb? Okay.
Les Bomb.
All right.
So,
Did y'all think she's attractive?
On the first one?
The
Or
second one.
The second one, yes. I
does
felt
this make
Yeah.
sense? Does this statement make sense? She's 90s hot.
She had a naturally mean face to me. She
Yes,
was like
okay,
she was
so-
pissed off all the time.
in the. I felt like, just like I said before, I felt like in the first one, it felt like out of her comfort zone when it come to just being a bad, like,
Yeah.
acting a bad person. I just
Uh-huh.
felt like she didn't do a good job acting in that part. I
Yeah.
felt like the second one did, but you're right. Like the second one, it did feel very cartoonish. But again, they had a lot of the lines. Like I
Yeah.
still feel like it was just the music that just kind of made her seem like super super bad.
Yeah, but there was lines too, like the one where she was like, "Be nice to him, Daddy. He's everything I wanted and millions more." Like she's clearly just there for the money, but like she like blatantly just talks about it. Like I feel like they covered it a little bit better in the first one. But fun fact, her mom in the second one is the girl who played the first one.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So the girl that's in. That's why people kept saying that it's like a cameo, like the second,
Yeah, right.
The second one's a cameo, but it's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the person that played the bad girl in the first one, she is the bad girl's mom in the second one.
And her name's Vicky.
And her name's Vicky.
Yeah.
Is there anyone named Vicky who isn't bad?
I can't think of any. Let's tell you something.
Like you have like
That's
Vicky from Fairly Odd Parents. That's what comes
That's
to
right.
mind for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Is
a good point.
Vicky never not a bitch?
It's not like a wholesome name, you know.
So-
It's
Comment
like a
below
lot.
in the YouTube comments. If you watch this on YouTube, is
Do you
there
have
a
any
Vicky
Vickies?
that you know that's not a bitch?
So
Let's do points. You want any points on this one?
yeah, I guess. I like the second one.
Oh, I like the first one.
I like the first one.
I haven't really given my thoughts yet.
tiebreaker.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
just
go
kind of
get
sitting
it.
back
Okay,
telling jokes.
tell your thoughts. Tell your thoughts. Your tiebreaker.
So, I agree with the second one's kind of cartoony, and I think the first one is a little bit more subtle. Not so much, but it's still subtle-ish.
Yeah.
A lot more done well, but I kind of like the cartooniness of the second one. I think it fits.
it's more bad. She's more bad.
Because
Okay.
it kind of reinforces the thing that their dad is pretty stupid
Right.
when it comes
right.
to that, and like he's like that stereotypical, romantic comedy guy.
Middle-aged dad who wants
How do
the
you-
young
Like
girl.
what? What do you mean
Yeah.
she's there for the money? I found
but
it
she's
funny.
so good looking.
I found it funny. I'm going 98.
Will-
In the
Okay.
second one they plain out said it like
Yeah.
it's a lot more about sex.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
relationships are a lot more than about sex, and she like seemed offended. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah. It's. I don't know.
How did you feel about her getting thrown into the lake in the second one?
Oh, when they put her bed in the lake,
Yeah,
that was
I
pretty
didn't really
funny.
care for it. Again, too cartoony for me. It was okay.
Too
It was just,
cartoony?
wasn't great.
I just felt like she was bad. Like she, and I liked how the twins kept calling her Coella.
Yeah, I know that was pretty funny. I did like though how the dad responded when she left, and he said like she threw his back in my face when she left. She's like, I'll have to thank the girl someday for that. Like it was kind of nice to see him. Like I feel like in the first one they didn't really have like a moment where he was like, oh, I was being stupid. You know what I mean? Like in the second one, he definitely did.
He kind of.
I always felt the
Figured out
parents
his
in
ways.
'98 were a little more genuine.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Okay. So
Will
Justin,
1961s get 8 points?
so the '98 was winning 3-0 right now.
Yeah, it's it looks like it might be a pretty quick
mean,
sweep here.
well,
Maybe
I'm
a
pushing for a
gentleman's
couple
sweep.
coming up though.
Maybe a
All right.
gentleman's sweep.
So now we're getting to the rest of the cast, like the background cast.
This one's no question for me too.
When it comes to the rest of the cast,
Yeah.
I felt like in the second one they fleshed out the characters a lot better. Like in the first one, you didn't really have any characteristics except for the grandfather and the Reverend.
Okay, the Reverend was my favorite character of both
Yes.
shows.
The Reverend. Okay, so the first one has. If you haven't seen the clips of the Reverend,
Yeah.
you need to go find them on YouTube because they're hilarious in the
Yep.
original. The second
Absolutely.
one doesn't even have the Reverend. The stepmom or whatever, she gets a call from the Reverend, and
Right.
she just kind of blows it off, and you never
Right.
really hear about him in the second one, just for the rest of the time. But that's just kind of a shout out to the original.
Yeah.
But the Reverend is hilarious. You need
First
some
he-
clips of
yeah.
what he says sometimes in it.
Wouldn't you like to go out and look at the garden? Or something?
No, indeed. I'm enjoying this immensely.
You are.
Very interesting situation. Quite out of the everyday, you know.
And this must be Vicky. Oh, you are adorable. I'd know you anywhere from Mitch's description.
I'm Mrs. Robinson.
Oops. Sorry, Mitch.
It could happen to anybody. Delightful, charming woman. It's amazing how he ever let her slip away from him.
First he
'Cause
drinks
they're
too
awesome.
much, and then he like Oh man, he's just so funny. He's like sits back the whole time, like it's amused by the whole thing going on. He's so funny. But I agree with you. They flush out the Butler is great. I'm glad they got rid of the grandma. Yeah,
I hated the grandma.
The prude, shrill grandma who's really rude. Yeah, I'm glad they had the Butler instead, and they had a little love connection between him and the nanny.
Yeah, they had a grandma in the first one.
They even got engaged in the second one, right?
She was awful.
Yeah.
Yes. In the second one, you have some of the same characters. You have the butler.
Yeah.
Like the original. You have the
nanny.
The kind of the nanny. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the second one too, and the nanny they kind of flush out in the first one, just like the second one. But the second one they just do such a better job with that character.
Yeah, I agree. The grandparents, I think the grandpa was as good, really good on both.
Same. Yeah. The grandpa is one of my favorite characters in both of the movies. If I had to choose one of my favorite characters in the first movie, it was probably the grandfather.
Yeah. And the Reverend.
Just because I liked the scene where he's like kind of hinting that she's old and she doesn't need to be wearing old clothes in the first one.
That was really good. Can't get away with that now, but that was really funny.
No, you can't do that now.
I think it's pretty clear though who wins here.
Yeah, for sure, the new ones.
So I thought the Butler was pretty funny in the second one too. Like there was some funny where he came out in the Speedo.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
What was one of my? I'm trying to think. Jesse, like I really like Jessie in the second one too. Like she's one of my favorite characters. Like she's just such a humble, I guess American kind of down to earth person. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why
I agree.
You put American?
I don't know. It's just she just seemed like just this.
I hate those down-to-earth British people. Fuck them. And if you're from Italy, double fuck you.
I thought the scene when she finds out that it's Annie and she starts crying is a very, very good scene, and she gets really upset, like emotional about it.
That's what I was saying. The second one it shows so like a lot of emotion.
Almost as if I were Annie.
You know about Annie?
I am Annie.
Hal? Oh. Hal, why did you take off on me like that? I told you I wanted to talk to you about something. Jessie, why are you looking at her like that?
Like what? I'm not looking at her in any special way. I'm looking at her like I've looked at her for 11 years. Since the day she came home from the hospital. 6 pounds, 11 ounces, 21 inches long. This is how I look at her. Can I hug her? Oh, she's so beautiful. And so big. I'm gonna make you something special to eat. What would you like? Anything? You know what? It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna whip up everything we've got, okay? All right.
Ow.
Yeah.
The first one did a good job of emotion when it came to the kids first meeting the parents. And I felt like they did a really good job in the second one doing that too.
It's almost like the parents didn't care in the first one.
Right.
I really feel that because they were like so surprised in the second.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No. Because I don't cry at movies, I get goosebumps. But watching it, when I saw Jessie find out that it was Annie instead of Hallie, I got goosebumps. I was like, that's a really good scene.
I feel like,
strong scene.
And this is just me, because I feel like you would almost immediately know it wasn't your kid, though.
Yeah,
I mean, a real life situation, like your kid. I don't know so much.
But they were identical down to the freckle.
I mean, it's like they're the same person.
But still, there's little quirks and like.
But if you weren't expecting to see them, you might not. I agree. I think if you hadn't, I think that you're right, Justin. But I think that's only if you see both of them every day. If you only see one of them every day, I think it'd be very easy to get them confused. If you've only seen one.
That's true.
I think.
All right. Well, we're trying to.
Okay. No, we're gonna go on this. We're gonna keep going.
We're trying to put
I think
a
I'm
realistic.
right, and I want to make sure that gets.
Everybody else does. Okay. All right. Round 5, Justin.
All right. Ba-da-da-da. Humor. They already lost. Okay. So will the 61 get anything?
I don't know.
Humor.
Look,
Okay,
man.
So,
go ahead.
So one of the first humor things that pops up in I guess the first one is the song. I don't. At the very beginning,
God,
is
it's
it
a weird
supposed
song.
to be humor? It's so weird.
And you have like two cupids falling in love, and it's
Yes,
very weird.
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what
Yeah,
it- I
and it
don't
was
know
so
what's going on.
long. It was like 3 or 4 minutes long. It was like it was brutal. That's a 60s for you right there.
Like,
So,
good lord,
I
I'm
did-
so glad we don't do that anymore.
Exactly.
Like
So
credits
when it
in
came-
front of movies. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that's out.
Yeah.
When it came to
Fucking
the
hate it.
original, I did laugh at one scene at the very beginning in the camp. And I know it was like some 60s, just like almost, I don't even know, it was some 60s kind of humor where it's just kind of bumbling everywhere, which was the camp scene where they start to like kind of wrestle and everything's kind of going crazy and like the punch
Oh,
bowl's
man.
falling
How about that
and the
slap
cake's
scene
falling
right
and
before that? The slap?
Oh, and the older person just slaps them.
And they don't even move. But I was like, oh god! Like they came up to me and like, ah! We'll put the clip in, but man, I was cracking up.
Brutal. But I laughed at that scene when it came to just everything kind of going crazy and the cake falling on the person, and yeah, I just thought it was kind of funny.
Yeah, I agree.
But in the new one, I thought the boys showing up to the girls' camp was
That was so
hilarious.
good. That was a very good line. Yeah, plot point.
That's actually Lindsay Lohan's brother.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Jack
The boy
Lohan.
is actually Lindsay
I don't know
Lohan's
if it's
brother.
Druggy Lohan.
No.
He would.
Right? No?
No, yeah. I think the second one's probably gonna win here just because I think the Butler and Nanny ad was really good. But man, that Reverend man, he almost stole the show
That
for me.
Reverend was hilarious. Okay, I had a question. You know how the dad and his daughter are talking in the first one, and he mistakenly thinks that they're talking about the talk?
Yeah.
Like,
that
was that
weird.
meant to be funny, or was it just awkward?
I think it was supposed to be funny, but it wasn't.
No, it was not funny at
awkward.
all.
It was supposed.
I was like,
it was,
really, you're doing this joke?
Well, and it was like they kept saying it, like they kept drawing it out. Like it wasn't like one thing, like, oh no, Dad. It was like he kept trying to say, yeah, but then you do this. Like he was trying to like, get into it.
So
weird.
awkward.
Yeah.
So awkward.
Yeah.
Also in the first one, they tried to do the humor where like it was like one person going to one room and then he's looking for the girl and they keep missing each other.
Yeah.
And it's just it was weird. But the Reverend, God.
Yeah,
it's so I was not expecting it.
No, me either.
Like it was so funny.
But
they had a lot of the
everything
same
else,
jokes.
though.
Like they had a lot of the same jokes. Like the
You know,
lizard
and that's
joke.
a testament to the 61 version that they kept a lot of the same jokes and it still held up 35 years later. You know what I mean? Like a lot of this.
They executed them a lot better though.
They did. The
So, but does the Reverend save 61?
No, because I think
I
the
don't think
nanny, I think the nanny and the Butler ad made it funnier in the new one.
My favorite line in the second one was he tells Annie or Hallie, whichever one. He tells supposedly Hallie that he's getting married, and she starts to speak French, and he's like, "Are you speaking French?"
Yeah, that was good. That was good. My favorite line of the whole show is in the second one when the girl is getting in the golf cart with her little gay friends, and she goes, "I can't wait to send those guys to boarding school." He goes, "Ooh, Ice Woman."
Ice Woman.
That's pretty bad. Had a good laugh.
Justin, what was your favorite line?
I honestly can't remember.
It was
It's been
all
like
bad.
I literally watched this like last week, so I
Okay.
don't have the line.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Everything the Reverend said was pretty funny.
It was.
I would say, but man, it's almost like I feel like this is one of the few remakes that adds to the original much better. This is, I feel bad because I liked the first one. I thought it was fine.
Ooh, did you? Ooh.
We'll talk about it in the next one because I think I have an argument for the next part of it.
All right,
I
so I'm
think.
guessing 98 for the humor.
Yeah. Run away.
Will it be
All
a
right.
sweep? All right, so
next
story.
thing, story.
All right, I'm defending.
Oh. Round 6.
I'm defending the 61 version on this one. I think this was a better story. I think the 98 one took all of it from this, and it literally was like a beat for beat remake, other than adding some funnier lines. But like the story was really solid in the first one. I was surprised how similar they were. I think the first one was better just because it was original.
Yeah, so they changed a couple things from the first one to the second, but it was like super minor things. Like they took out the grandmother.
Yeah.
The mom wasn't in London; she was in Boston.
Right.
Like when it came to, I like the new change when it came to this. The mom meeting the dad in that hotel instead of meeting the dad in the original at the house. I thought that was really weird.
I agree with that. Yeah.
Meeting him at the house.
Yeah.
I thought the ending was better in the second one.
How so?
The ending was really good in the first one, though.
I thought it was stupid in the second one. Him
Really,
then
I
going
like
to London
the
at the
ending in
end.
the first one.
Okay.
Or sorry, second one. I don't think it's better. I just liked it.
Yeah.
Like I'm just trying to find things that I feel like they did good.
Right.
Because they changed the ending of the second one, right?
Yeah, they did. A little bit. Not that much. I mean, they just flew to London instead of them falling in love there. What were you saying, John?
The first one, the best part of that movie was the end, and I'm not trying to say this because it was a bad movie,
Right.
but the best part of because it brought out the emotion. Like I go off of emotion when it comes to these kind of movies, and emotional stuff and humor stuff. Well, it didn't really have a lot of humor in my opinion, so I was just trying to look for emotional stuff.
Yeah.
And at the very end with the
I wish I
parents,
had
like
emotions.
I felt like they did a really good job.
Yeah.
Kind of bringing them together.
I
And
think the 61 has to win by default here because it was the basis.
Yeah.
You had a really good starting point,
and they took so much from it. Like,
oh yeah, that almost makes me kind of want to do 92 or 98 because it does build upon it and make it better. But why not go with the 61 when it's already good as it was?
Yeah. Because it was good. And if y'all watch 60s movies, a lot of them from this age are not good. They're slow. This one, I mean, it's a long movie. It's 2 hours and 10 minutes. It's a long movie, but I didn't feel bored. Like, it was interesting for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I liked it.
What do you think? What do you think, John?
I'm gonna go off what Justin said. I got to give it to the 61 because it came up with this story. Like I know this is actually based on a book, so they didn't get the full story off of just plain making it up.
The book name?
So, huh?
It's like a French name or something.
It's
like
it's Lottie and Lisa.
Ah.
Yeah.
It's German actually.
Oh, okay.
Das Fett Lachon.
I'm glad you can pronounce all that.
I don't know if that's right. If anybody's German who says that's wrong,
You sold it confidently, though. That's all that matters.
Yeah, you did. You were like, yeah, this is. I'm going balls in right here. No, they did a good job making the book come to life.
Yeah.
When it came to just, I felt like they did a really good job trying to tell the story and casting the right people to tell that story in the original one. Because I'm guessing the original one had the grandmother, had all the characters be like just the way they are. They didn't have. I'm guessing they didn't have a lot of the butler. They didn't have a lot of the nanny in the book.
Right.
So I don't know that for sure. But I'm just going off of just speculation. But I think that you got to give it to the first one because the second one again, it's just they changed certain settings. They changed certain little characters, tweaking them here and there. They did a good job fleshing out certain characters. But the story is the same.
Yeah. I have two things I want to bring up about where the first one was better than the second one. Firstly, what y'all think of that ear piercing scene? They showed that needle going in the hole. Like I was not ready for that in the second one.
I'm guessing it was already pierced.
Right,
and they just kind of put like maybe some wax in it or something.
Still, I was really surprised they showed that.
They just kind of pushed it in the hole.
Right.
They actually did not show. This is the second one, by the way.
Right.
They actually did not show that scene in England because they didn't want young girls piercing their ears.
Really? That's interesting.
Fuck those American girls, though.
Yeah.
But I was surprised they did that. And then the second one I want to say is I was really upset that the second one changed the name of the camp. In the second one, it's called Camp Walden, but in the first one, it's called Camp Inch, which is such a great name and so weird.
I don't know why they did that.
Camp Inch.
All right, well, I'm assuming this story goes to 61.
Yeah, I think so.
Let's do score.
5-1.
Round 7 score.
Okay, here we go.
So, the score to the new one was very 90s songs.
Yes.
Alan Silvestri.
It was
But-
the theme. Yes, it was Alan Silvestri, but there's a lot of '90s pop songs that were played.
Yes,
Lots
there
of
was.
90s pop songs.
Yeah.
Is it Frank Sinatra that sings "Love"? Frank Sinatra, right?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
Nat King
Yeah.
Cole.
No. Yeah.
Nat King Cole.
Nat
Sorry.
King
Yes,
Cole.
right. Yeah.
Nat King Cole. I love that song though.
It's a good one.
It's got to be the theme song to the first Parent or the second Parent Trap.
Yeah.
It's gotta, and the theme song to the second Parent Trap has got to be the first song. No, it's not the first song. I think
I'm using the
It's,
first song, the Parent Trap song.
Let's
I'm
get
using
together.
it.
Yeah.
Which is a
That's
big
gotta
hit.
be
It was a big hit in the '60s because of this movie.
That's it! Let's get together, yeah. Why don't you and I combine? Let's get together, what do you say? We could have a swinging time. We'd be a crazy team. Why don't we make this scene together? Oh.
It hit. What was it? Number 8?
Yeah.
I think that it hit number 8 in the billboards.
Yeah. And
That
honestly, I might give this one to 61 because they had that original song and it was very famous. I didn't like the scene where they had a big musical number in front of their parents, but I liked the song.
That was that was weird. They did a shout out to it in the second one too. Like Lindsay Lohan is singing that song while she's walking to go in the hotel scene.
Right.
She's walking to the elevator and she's singing "Let's get together." Yeah. I thought that was cool. I thought
Yeah,
that
it
was
is.
a little cool shout out
Yeah.
to the original. But
The 90s music is really... Me and my fiance had an argument about it, which was better, because she likes all those 90s songs in my head.
But I do. I
I
liked
know.
all the. Here's the thing. I have a super nostalgia. I have nostalgia goggles for this
Right.
movie. So every single song that I heard is the first
Yeah.
time I've ever heard that song was in this movie.
Right.
Every single love all the even there was a song that was in here that we played in jazz band at one point.
In the
and I
mood,
was-
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
this is the first time that I ever heard that song too. So, in my honest opinion, I got to give it to the '98. But that's just personal nostalgia goggles reason
All right,
because
well,
I
well-
love all those songs.
Well, just do a tiebreaker again, because I want to give it to 61 just for the originality of the song.
Man, this is tough.
So I can't get past that first song. That's just my opinion.
That's really tough. But whenever a movie does do their own songs, and I mean,
Yeah.
come on, it was number 8 on
Yeah.
the charts. I'm gonna go 61 here.
Dang it!
All right. Final score,
So,
2 to
final
5.
scores. It
2 to
was
5. Damn.
Twins 98, Parents 98, Other Woman 98, the rest of the cast 98, Humor 98, Story 61, and Score 61. So it was
Yeah.
5-2. Parent Trap 98,
The
which
other
is
one
not
was
surprising.
a lot closer. The other one we did was a lot closer. Than
It was a lot closer. It was a nail biter. This one, it makes sense. I had a feeling 98 was going to blow it out of the water, but I was surprised. I thought 61 was better than I thought it was going to be.
Would you give the second Parent Trap points?
Oh, if we were doing it like normally?
If we were doing this normally, because I
That's a
feel
good
like
question.
we all give Willy Wonka 2 points.
Yeah.
What would this be, a 2-point movie, or a 1-point movie, or a 0 point?
I would say a 1-point movie, or I'd say a half a point for myself. It was really long. And maybe because I watched both of them, but it was long.
Yeah, because I watched both of them back to back. Because that's a 4-hour span right there. Because they're each 2 hours.
Yeah.
So, but I would have definitely gave it a point.
Yeah.
I would have gotten a point too. I think I would have gotten a point.
Like they're both good movies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was
agree.
entertained. I liked I liked all the humor. I liked the even scene. I tried to watch them 2 days apart, or a day apart, so I would kind of rest a little bit in it. So I think this is a point movie.
Cool.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
sorry, 61. You sucked enough, and
Well,
I
Chris.
gotta say,
go
there's
ahead.
one more thing. There's one more thing I gotta say. There was a deleted scene in the old one, or no, I'm sorry, in the new one, of
The parents doing it?
No, of Lindsay Lohan meeting the Queen of England, and it was super awkward that they cut it out.
Oh, well,
Like an impersonator, I'm assuming.
It was an impersonator, yes.
That sounds terrible. I'm glad
It
they
was
cut it
awful.
out.
I watched it on YouTube, and it was terrible.
So me and John did our comparisons.
Yeah.
Chris, what's your comparison?
So the one I picked.
So do I get a point for this?
No, be quiet.
What?
Well, all three of us would get points then. It
won't matter.
But
It doesn't
this is
matter.
fine. We just we compared. I thought we did it for Justin. Like
Okay,
we did
Justin. All right,
Trailer Factory.
Justin gets a point, and then you get a point. And I'll
Hey, he'll get a
next week.
point. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything.
So next week we are the Joker is coming out, and so to tie mine into that, we are going to be watching Batman from 1989 with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, and The Dark Knight.
God. And the
And
Dark
Batman
Knight.
Returns. Oh.
Fuck you.
Well, no, it's not, there's no points. It's just
The Dark Knight is the best like Batman movie.
That's why it's gonna be fun to compare.
Movie of like almost all time.
Why not
I'm not
Batman
getting-
That
Begins?
is not even cool.
I'm not getting a point out of it. It's just a comparison
Why not Batman Begins?
because it doesn't have the Joker.
Because it doesn't have the Joker.
Oh, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Why can't we do Batman and Robin? Let's kick some ice.
We'll watch Batman and Robin at some point.
The Ice Age.
No, I think there are going to be some things that I will be surprised. I'm going to make some point. I'm going to try to find some points that will give Batman something.
I can think of things.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think we I think we all know who's going to win this one, but I think the point is looking at things that the first one did that's really good because they did do things that were good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
All right.
You're doing this.
Hey, John, if I were to go on social media and want to find our podcast, where would I go?
So you can go to Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and Twitch at Another Man's Pod. On Twitch is Another Man's Nostalgia. If you would like to go follow us on any of those social medias, please go do so. We post dank memes and clips of our shows. We also post just a bunch of, like facts about the podcast that we did that week as well.
Mm-hmm.
What if you want to go back and listen to any of our old
Scooby-Doo
episodes?
Scooby-Doo.
They're actually pretty good.
Season 3, Episode 8 is Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, watch that
Scooby-Doo's good. Scooby-Doo's a good episode too.
Yeah.
So you said what is it?
Season 3, Episode 8. It
There
was part of our live-action trash trilogy.
What a good trilogy that
It
was.
was great.
We had some pretty
I
good
was so happy
trilogy
when-
ideas.
All right.
Yeah.
So you can also find us on Google Play, Apple Podcasts.
You're taking Chris's thing. That's his thing.
It's
My
fine.
bad,
You do
my
it.
bad. Chris, what apps can you find us on?
Where John just said. No. You find us on Google Play, Spotify, Apple Music, or Apple. Podcasts. I guess there's no longer iTunes, is there? They're getting rid of it, so now it's just its own podcast app. So
Yeah, it's his podcast app.
Yeah, on the podcast app on Apple, that's where you should rate us. You can rate us on any of those, honestly. But we've gotten a lot of ratings this year, and we really appreciate it, and they've been great.
We also have a Patreon too. If you would like to actually find some extra content, we're gonna put some extra content coming up next month. But this month is our
Zoolander
commentary, our Zoolander commentary. If you would like to go donate, I believe it's $5 or $10. You can get that. It'll unlock for you, and you can get that commentary. It's really funny. You can also get a bunch of other things like when it comes to computer backgrounds. Phone backgrounds, stickers.
You get a John personalized kiss in the mail.
Oh,
He'll kiss
wow.
anything that you send him, and
Anything?
he'll send it back to you.
Kiss.
Don't send me dicks. I don't.
He doesn't want to kiss a dick, but he'll kiss anything else. So that's from your mouth.
No, but yeah, if you give money to that, though, you will get access to whatever we release every month. And we have a good one scheduled for next month. And I think later on we're planning on doing more of these comparison videos as bonus features for the Patreon members.
So shout out to Wes and shout out to Cody Schultz. They're our latest Patreon members. Thank you so much for donating. We appreciate it.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next week with The Dark Knight and Batman.
Peace.